G'day, Glenn here, pastor of Risen Church in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. Sometimes I'm meeting with people who are exploring Christianity, or even people who've been Christian for a little while, and they're like, oh, okay, so tell me about the Holy Spirit. What's going on with that? And again, this is made more complicated. I can get these televangelists, and they're wandering around, they're talking about being slayed in the Spirit and calling down the mighty Spirit on people. And so we're like, what's going on? Well, who is the Holy Spirit? Well, he's God. He's the third person of the Trinity. It's a he, he's personal, but he's the powerful presence of God. He's the powerful force of God. And here's the thing, in the Old Testament, just occasionally a few people had the Spirit of God, but the great promise of the Old Testament was a time would come when the Holy Spirit would be poured out on all God's people. Well, who gets the Holy Spirit? Well, in the New Testament, anyone who trusts Jesus. See, in Acts chapter 2, the book of Acts, it's after Jesus is resurrected and when he's ascended that he then pours out the Holy Spirit. And it's like, now is the time of the Spirit. It's poured out on who? All of God's people. And so the Holy Spirit brings the Spirit of Jesus to Christians. That's the biggest thing he does. He brings the Spirit of Jesus to us so that God is now our Father. And so that we have all the rights and privileges of sons and daughters of God. And so that God is at work changing us and transforming us, making us more and more like Jesus, conforming us to the likeness of Jesus. That's the great thing about the Holy Spirit. Compared to that, all those other things that people focus on, speaking in tongues or miracles, they're second to actually having the Spirit of Christ, having the Spirit of Jesus in you as a Christian and being declared one of the children of God.